Listen, bro, you've been lied to. Every guru that's telling you that starting an info product agency is the best way to 10, 20, 30K per month online is lying to you. And I'm saying this as someone myself. I literally ran an agency for about 2 years of my life. And then I changed from that into this other thing that I explained in this video. And it allowed me to go from zero to over $20,000 per month so much faster, with less headache, less overwhelm. And it's not e-commerce, it's not trading, it's not TikTok shop. It's probably not something that you've heard about before, but it is the fastest and the simplest path for a beginner to start making 10K per month, 20K per month online, get freedom, be able to start traveling and all that stuff. It changed my life completely. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what this is and how you can actually get into this as well, so you can actually get that freedom that you're looking for. Because the reason why you're looking to get into an info product agency is most likely because you want freedom, you want to make 10, 20, eventually 100K per month. And you've been sold this dream from all of these gurus online, that tell you, they show you their Lambos and their Porsches and their crazy lifestyles, and tell you that the way to get there is just tap into the info product bull run that's happening right now, become the operator for these info product business owners, and you will make 50K, 100K per month doing so. The truth is that is complete BS. And I'm going to explain exactly why that is and what to do instead in this video. Break it down for you, everything step by step. But first off, you need to just understand the fact that this industry, obviously the info product space is booming. Like a lot of people making a shit ton of money in this industry. So it's a great space to be in, But as a beginner, you need to position yourself in the right way. Think about this. There's three different things, three different reasons why a beginner should not become an info product agency owner, why that's not the right thing for you to do to get to 10K a month. Number one, if you want to approach a client that makes, let's say, 50K, 100K per month as an info product business owner, that person is going to have a certain level of skill that he already has developed because he's gotten from like zero to making 50, 100K per month in his business. That means that if you're a complete beginner without any actual skills, without actually having learned anything, without having run your own business in the past, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to come to this guy and tell him that, like, hey, I'm going to run your entire backend of your business, and get him to trust you that you can actually deliver on that. I get DMs all day long, like probably 5 to 10 DMs every single day on Instagram from guys trying to run the back end of my coaching business. And I don't trust those people because I can tell right away if someone has done this, they've gone through like a coaching program for like a week and just like learned about some like basic funnel stuff and how to write some like VSLs and things like that. Or if this person has actually like taken the time to learn the skills, if it's put in like 6 months, a year, 2 years to actually develop the skills and actually get good at something, And a lot of people, they skip that. A lot of people, they don't have the actual skills. They haven't actually like run a business, they don't actually have any like valuable experience. And for me, as someone who's been in the online business space now for over 5 years at this point, like I'm gonna pick up on that. And all the clients that you're approaching, trying to sign as your like growth operating clients, whatever you call it, they do the same thing. They pick up on how you speak, your conviction, like your ability to sell and your ability to just understand the industry. Which is why as a beginner, your focus needs to be on learning those fundamental skills instead of starting like a business where you basically help other people do something that you haven't done yourself. Because your ideal info product clients are not going to sign up with you and start working with you unless you have the skills required and they actually trust you. And that comes from you developing the skills yourself, becoming actually good at something. And the best way to do that is not by just like going through a course, going through a coaching program, and it's like learning the basics of like Zapier and how to set up like a landing page. You need to actually get into the trenches, actually learn some valuable skills, and then go to business. So I'm gonna explain exactly like how to actually do this because I've seen a way to kind of like implement this, a way better path to take for beginners that allows you to get to a point where you can scale like a big info product business to 50, 100K per month, but in a way faster and more smart way. So I'm gonna get into that in a second. But that's the first thing. You lack skill. You haven't gotten like the time and like the experience of actually like doing the thing that you're gonna be helping other people do. So they're not gonna trust you. They're not gonna hire you someone that doesn't have skills, experience in place. That's the first reason why starting an info product agency is not the right thing for you to do. Second thing, it's complex. Okay, starting your own business and like starting an info product agency requires you to learn how to do proper outreach, how to get people on calls, like how to book appointments, how to convert people on a call into an actual client, how to like sell properly, how to do a discovery, how to pitch yourself, how to properly handle objections, how to build trust on a sales call. multiple different skills just like in the sales part. And then once you sign a client, you're most likely going to do like a rev share model. That's what I see most people do. Then you need to actually get results for the clients, or else you're not going to make any money. I literally ran an agency for a long time where I signed up a bunch of people because I loved sales, but I couldn't get results, so I made no money doing it. And I see a lot of people making the same mistake where they sign up people, and they get these like kind of dopamine hits of like, yeah, I sign up a new client, 20% revenue share, let's go, whatever it is. But they're not getting results for their clients, and because of that, they don't actually make any real money, And again, there's an easy way to solve that. I'm gonna get into that in the end of this video. But that's the second thing. It's complex. Running a business, learning sales, marketing, fulfillment, there's like 5 to 10 different skills that you need to really get extremely good at in order for the business to work out, which is hard as a beginner. It's kind of like getting into a video game and trying to like max out, get to 10 out of 10 on all the different stats. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. It's going to take a lot of time as a beginner to do that, which is why there's a better path to be taken. And then the last reason, and like the biggest reason, is kind of like I alluded to right now, is that you don't actually know how to sell. No successful, professional, and high-level business owner is doing over 50K per month is going to sign up with someone who doesn't have conviction, who doesn't know how to properly build trust on a sales call, who doesn't know how to properly sell themselves, doesn't know how to pitch, doesn't know how to ask questions. Like, I've been on sales calls with people that do growth operating, people that do like info product agencies, and I can tell in the first like 5 seconds that this guy has zero conviction, zero confidence. He's probably been on like 5 sales calls in his entire life. And I just lose trust for them immediately, because how is someone with that lack of experience going to be able to properly run the back end of my business? They're not. So that's the most important thing, is you need to learn how to actually sell. Sales is the fundamental thing in business. If you're going to lead a sales team for info product business, or build their VSLs, or like set up their entire sales process, their back end, their emails, you need to know how that stuff actually works and like how it actually runs inside of a successful business, actually seeing it, and also having taken sales calls. And that is exactly why I believe that the best path to take, the path that I took, the path that I've seen, pretty much everyone that I've seen make big numbers in info product agency space, what all of them do, what the successful people, what your gurus that you're following, what they didn't go straight from like zero, working a 9 to 5, or being a student, whatever it is, into an info product agency. What they did is they became an appointment setter or a high ticket closer for an info product business. So basically what they did is, instead of going into straight away, I'm going to like find a client and I'm going to start managing their entire backend, they went in as a sales rep. They started doing sales for info product business. So they found someone that, like an influencer, a business owner, someone that sells information in the space. And they basically went in as an appointment setter. So basically just like took their leads, called them, booked appointments for them, or as a high ticket closer. That's what I've been doing for the last couple of years of my life. It's allowed me to make multiple 6 figures per year. But most importantly, what it allows you to do is it allows you to see the inside of how a successful business operates. You can see how the appointment setting team works, how the sales manager operates, how they build out their funnels. And you're doing all this while you're making that first 5, 10K a month, And I scale this to over 20K a month, so you can make way more pretty quickly. I went from $0 to $10,000 per month in 3 months of starting this space. Because it's a simple thing. You learn one skill, which is the most fundamental skill in business. You learn sales. You go into one already successful business, working side by side with the influencer, and you're learning everything. You're seeing exactly how everything works. You're learning sales, which is the most fundamental skill in business. When you learn that skill, it's going to be easy for you to start an info product agency, because you know how to sell, you know how to create trust, you know how to book appointments, you learn those skills, and you also see the inside of a good business. So when you go to a company doing 50, 100K per month and trying to sign them as a growth operating client, your ability to get them results is going to be so much greater, because you've seen how like a 7, 8 figure business runs by being a sales rep for them. That's what changed everything for me, because I used to work as a sales rep for 8-figure company, that a company that was doing over 1 million per month. So I saw how they managed their seller team. I saw how they managed their closers, how they market themselves, how they run ads, how they set up their funnels. I talked directly with the 8-figure founder on a daily basis, which allowed me to kind of inherit the beliefs, see how the business operates, see how he leads the team. And I can use that now to pour into my own business. And if I wanted to start an info product agency, I could do that, And also for my own coaching business, I know how a good business runs, so I'm able to set up systems and everything in a much better way and get better results by doing that. So this is not a sexy thing. Obviously, you want to become a business owner straight away. You want to be able to be entrepreneur from day one. But the reality is, you can take the path of trying to make it work and become one of those thousands of people trying to become an info operator and just like blast out DMs on Instagram trying to land your first client and hope that it works. That's like option number one. Option number two is you kind of humble yourself. You become a sales rep, you start focusing on actually learning some real valuable skills, getting some like in the trenches experience of working with a business. And then you use those skills and you use that experience to almost like a graph. If you look at it like this, either you go up and you try to like just make it straight away, you know, and you hope for the best. That's what most people are gonna do, and they're gonna fail doing it. The other path is gonna take a bit longer, yeah. It's maybe gonna take an extra 3 to 6 months of you becoming a sales rep, but you're virtually guaranteeing your success. Instead of just kind of betting and like hoping that you will make it overnight, you're virtually putting in the work to guarantee that the skills that you're building, you'll be able to pour those into a business and actually guarantee that 50K, 100K a month because you've become valuable and you've seen the inside of a business, and then you just pour that into the clients that you end up working for as a growth operator or info product agency, whatever we call it. So this is the path how to do it. If you want help from me to get into this, because basically what it looks like to come into high ticket sales is, number one, you need the skill set. You need to learn how to actually sell properly in this industry. You need to like practice it, learn what to say on your calls, things like that. And then you just need one good client to work for. Those are the two things that it takes to hit your first 10K a month doing this. And then set yourself up to eventually, if your long-term goal is to become an entrepreneur, have the skills, the capital to do so. So if you want help from me one-on-one, I've helped a bunch of guys, over 100 guys at this point, to learn the skill, get into a good business, scale to over 10K a month with remote high-ticket sales and being a sales rep for an influencer. If you want my help to learn the skill, get into business, apply down below this video, click the link. Only do that if you're actually serious, if you're actually like an action taker and you're willing to work hard as well, because it's not like get rich quick, you know, this takes hard work. And if you're not willing to do that, you're probably in the wrong place right now. But if you're willing to work hard, if you want my help to succeed with this, click the link down below. Happy to help you out. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Take care.